Blessed ones of the nations of the world, thus is your brother Dan Moses Osei of Sakodi of TRC, Ghana, coming to you with this recording being made on the 19th of October 2021, Tuesday night after work. But before we begin, I would want to welcome you by saying Akwaba, Allen, Sahalen, Shagitam, welcome, Nganjoni, Benvindo, you are welcome, Kuso, Diwo, Tusanyusenyo, Okukulaba, Mauya, Mingalaba, Boye, Malamu, Karibu, Ekabo, No, O, Sanu, Dezua, Enkwam Dehina, Mitash, Duburo, Pezalovat, Bine I Vinit, Barigalos, Tipita Iche, Ayubon, Dobridoya, welcome, Eshtan, Ozut, Walan, Anuman. Bienvenue, bienvenido, namaste, swagatam, kush, amadid, baruch, haba, marhaba, wanyong haminida, wanying, bukati, nyejeko, anemime, nyejeko, wezolo, novio, mia, wezo, akwaba to the program. Testimony New World Disorder. Testimony in World Disorder is the program through which we get to know what is happening to America, Ghana, and the nations of the world in these times of global deception, delusion, and lies that are willfully made up by some of the very people that we trust to be there for humanity and the nations of the world, and yet have chosen to be the very people that are dealing with us so treacherously by willful lies, deception, and delusion, having brought humanity and the nations of the world into this total global helplessness. And they don't want you to know the truth as to what actually they are doing to you. It is an agenda of coming after your soul, my soul, the souls of humanity. That is what they are doing. And that is what we are exposing by these specialists who are saying humanity, they are coming after our souls. We are watching the exposés chronologically from humanity, they are coming after our souls, part 1, 2, 3, 4, in 5, in that order. But we have noticed something which kind has not been on our channel, Testimony New World Disorder, before. We have, for the first time, seen that the expose that were to come to us this week, we saw the what to do. It was recorded in the night of October the 18th, yesterday, last night, October the 18th. When I recorded it, the guilt of the Ghana embassy, the terror network for Nana Akufo, the operators of this terror cell, of this home, had to let the landlord come knock on my door, demanding that I move out of the home. They had orchestrated with him to quickly effect to seek to move me out of the home. Humanity and the nations of the world. So we had to see me put that expose as humanity, they are coming after our souls, part 8, what to do. You didn't see the part 7, this part before that one. Usually we post the parts in order before the what to do comes last. But the what to do, we were trying to expose a situation, so we had to post that before these that are coming. Humanity and the nations of the world. I would want to tell the noble people of Ghana, the American people, humanity and the nations of the world, that the guilty conscience, or the conscience of the traitors of the Ghana embassy, is haunting them so much unimaginably. And they have gotten so desperate in regarding the cowardly secret killing of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, the cowardly secret killing of the Ghanaian people, the cowardly secret killing of my family members. And they are taking unimaginable, lawless, criminal measures without shame. And this very expose that we are receiving this week, we know that we are heading towards the first anniversary of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings. And the exposés that are coming are geared towards that. But this one is targeted towards exposing an iota of the desperation, of the evil that the desperation and guilty conscience of the traitors at the Ghana embassy is leading them to do. Because of how much their conscience is haunting them regarding the killing of His Excellency, their role in the killing of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, the interest of this US undercover agent. I want to give us an iota of idea. US Department of Justice, United Nations, International Criminals Court, Hague, African Union. We would notice that for a very long time since I returned to America, we have not been receiving exposés. But the moment I started, we came back with this expose. The evil acts that have been perpetrated by the Ghana embassy with impunity, using the companies that I work for. Demands that embassy should be closed down. Ghanaians should demand the closing down of that embassy for the sake of our nation, for the sake of humanity. Ghana, humanity and the nations of the world. Akufo to the program Testimony New World Disorder. Let me tell us what. To shock the nations of the Ghana as a state. When the expose was posted, what to do was posted last night on the 18th of October. Let's see what the terror network of Nana Addo Akufo, the government of Nana Addo Akufo, the coward secret killers of the Ghanaian people, their stakes in America, the Ghana embassy, have done because of their guilty conscience that is haunting them regarding the killing of my father using the medical field and my uncle. Let's see what they have done after I posted that video, what to do, part 8, on the dawn, in the night of October the 18th. October 19th morning, this is what they orchestrated to do. There is a brother in Ghana that those that have known my ministry in Ghana, TRC, Tema Community 4, Tema as a whole, can attest that that brother is a brother I love with the souls that God gave to me. I poured myself into them. I have loved him, and that guy is very, very honest. I would say that he would not turn against me under normal circumstances. But when he has been with me throughout my struggle for years. Countless evidence are thrown to him and records. And he has stood with me all through until 2017 when I had to go to Ghana for the 2-year mission. In 2017, when the terror network of Nana Addo Akufo, the government of Nana Addo were coming after me to get me assassinated, and God would not allow them. They have to orchestrate and kill His Excellency Bakwesi Misata because I've taken one of their criminals to the Winneba District Court and it was demanding justice against them. That individual in court, uh, they have to, when it was too overwhelming for the court, they had to carry out a diversionary tactics measure and take out the life of His Excellency Bakwesi Misata. We shall go there later. Um, they stepped up to eliminate. They had eliminated His Excellency Dr. Busuburu Kofi Annan. Yes, they have. They have eliminated Bakwesi Misata. They have stepped up to come murder my pastor in church barbarously within that 2-year period, and they were coming after. Like they stepped up to kill my father as well, and I was not surprised that the heat, the pressure, political was so much. There is no way you can relate, associate with me without receiving pressures from the U.S. United Nations. So there are stakes, banking stakes, and people within the United Nations. I will not hide this from us. That for years they have been colluding in this crime covering. The same, there are forces in America and political forces. You will receive pressures upon pressures from them because of this U.S. undercover agent. Yeah, so the pressure became too much for that brother of mine, and he unfortunately turned against me. However, I still continue to love him. I had to go to one of our brothers and share with him that it's unfortunate that that brother has stabbed me in the back, but it's okay. Um, I had to personally call that brother and let him know that I trusted you with an information which was good borders on my life, but you leaked it. Um, it was not a good thing at all. I had to tell him. This case at the International Criminal Court, Hague, US Justice Department, affects so many loved ones, friends, and family members back home in Ghana. So when I came to a few months ago, I had to go to the US Justice Department that I am extending a hand of love to. I'm reaching out to some of these people that the case have affected that if you are to go into it, uh, they will face the law. Uh, they are not going to get away. So I have to um, extend a hand of love to the Justice for the United States. Whoever becomes remorseful and um, is willing for reconciliation, I would reconcile with that person and uh, I would come to them and ask for clemency for such individuals for their remorselessness that they have shown. I'll come to. I went to the US, I went to the international authorities. Every effort that I was making to reach out to individuals that to me deserve clemency. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo and his government, the Ghana embassy, would not give peace a chance. They made sure that they were blocking every opportunity for me to reach out to those Ghanaians to so that I can seek clemency. Eventually, I was able to reach out to one or two people. This brother that I'm talking about is one. I reached out to him, and one of a few people that I was able to reach out, they would not allow me to. There were many of you that had to go to the US international authorities, ask for clemency for you. After I did that, the rest has been terrorizing me with the US Ghana embassy, the Montgomery County FBI, because they don't want to see the peace of Ghana. They don't want to see the restoration of my family. They don't want to see the good of my family. They don't want to see the blood shedding, cowardly secret blood shedding of the Ghanaian people come to an end. Because so much money. is going into this. There's a special global game that is being played uh, at the expense of the Ghanaian people life. And there's so much money that is going, to the government of Akufo and Addo, including top ranking IGP, Chief Justice, therefore Speaker, former Speaker Iron Michael, they have all received the money, but so much money. So um, the new thing that is happening in our world is for generations, Israelis and Palestinians have been destroyed. Their precious life have been destroyed by global wicked forces, and nobody has been able to come to their aid to give them the opportunity to have life and live. The evil minds of the Ghana embassy have sent this onto the Ghanaian people, and we are getting killed. And nobody, not the United Nations, not the US government, not the Europe, no, not the African Union, not the ICC, not the US, everybody had to be in silence, just like the situation of Israel. Who are you to say that you are taking the situation of Israeli or Palestinian to court? You cannot. You understand? This is a very delicate issue. The same problem is what they have tactically created, and the United States have to watch. America has to. The government has to. It is tearing down humanity. Yet, uh, the same way that it has been done at the expense of Israeli and Palestinians, because of the stupidity of traitors in Ghana at the Ghana embassy, they have brought it to the Ghanaian people and the whole of humanity. So, I had when I had asked for the clemency for those individuals, they would these forces, uh, the bribe payers and the bribe takers, would not give peace a chance. So what they had to do is, I had to, in fact, any time I've taken that step, uh, that's such a peaceful step was the major reason why they started killing my family members when I was in Ghana. So I had to quickly go back and start um, asking the international authorities to suspend, to abrogate the clemency. Precious, and at the point that I'll mention your name, those of you that I went to, and what the US, the Akufo Addo government, the Ghana embassy, the crime community have done, just because they do not want to see peace in our land. But so even when I've gone to terminate the reconciliation appeal that clemency appeal that I asked for you, there was this brother I still had to exclusively ask for clemency for him and his precious family that I have loved so much when I was in Ghana. I still do love. Now, that family, I will not mention it. That family is from Kwewu, and it's in Ghana, Tema, Community 4. What the crimes covering sticks have done against the family is that to cover up their shame and the guilt of the killing of my father using the medical field. uh, I say to that family that I'm being very circumspect of your situation. What has happened is the Ghana embassy, the crime stick covering sticks in the US, have pushed their button. And on this 19th of October, middle orchestrate, let them get a member of that family on admission at the Tema General Hospital. They get him in the expose part. What you do, you will see. While I said I thought about prayer, and then the next day, my father had to be taken to the hospital, and immediately the terror network of Nigeria, they used the opportunity, they injected him and killed him, pushed him into the medical, the mortuary fridges under the ethic against the ethics of the dead process that 24 to 48 hours is not really pushing to pray, and just that guilty conscience that of them, what they have made them to do is to put, as I speak now, a member of that family has been rushed to the Tema General Hospital. God is not dead, and He's an all-knowing God. He is with that family, and Ghanaians must watch what we are telling the Ghana embassy and the government of Akufo Addo, the crime covering sticks in America, that what God has taken them by their own treachery. If they decide to use the medical field to kill the woman, they are exposed. God has taken them. They are exposed. If they decide not to use the medical field to kill the woman, and the woman comes back home as she must have her life back, they are still exposed. So God is good in every way, and He loves His own with His very life. So Ghana, this measure has been taken. They exploited that family. That family is from the tribe line of Akufo Addo. They are from Kuru. They are from Kuru in the eastern region of Ghana. My family in Ghana, all families in Ghana that are victims to the cowardly secret killing of Ghanaians. I know there are many Kurus, Achems, who believe in the nation Ghana and in their own people, and are against this cowardly secret killing of Ghanaians, no matter which political party they belong to, that are getting killed, no matter which religious, no matter the agenda, that are getting killed, and it's being covered up by the state and forces in America. However, the truth must be, I have to tell us this, that one woman that has the blood of the victims of the twin terror cowardly act on June the 3rd, 2015, one of the criminal minds that were using that networking, the crime covering operation using Kofi Asamoah's store, which eventually led to the twin bombing of the innocent of two gas stations and killing as many as 200 in roasting them in fires under cover of the rain and darkness. That woman is in America. She had belonged to the terror network of Nana Addo. She's from Eastern. She's a Kuru, noble people of Kuru. I don't say this just to, but I'm telling the truth as it is. That woman had belonged to the terror network of Nana Addo since 2015 when I worked at Kofi Asamoah's store. She was one of the main brains that were used in operating that store as a secret terrorist cell in covering up the killing of our people and leading to the killing of our people. That woman in 2000, and we are talking about the killing of Jerry John Rawlings. That 2020, before the killing of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, the treacherous agenda was orchestrated against me because of the video that the teaching that I made on prayer a day on the 26th of September 2019, a day to day killing my father, using the medical field to kill my father. They had to orchestrate their damage control on that video line. So after they had killed my uncle as well, when I came in 2019, when I came to America, in 2020, before they killed Jerry John Rawlings, they had used a Nigerian store. That Nigerian store was the one that thought that. You see, if I say a Nigerian, there is no store in America called Nigerian store. I want us to know that the store was owned by a Nigerian. The government of Nigeria has nothing to do with that, with the killing. Just as we have Ghanaians who have pursued money to give their own people over to be killed, the Ghana embassy. It should not be surprised when a Nigerian had colluded in that. No, 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 no. Because there are Americans. Some, let's say, let me give it a the Montgomery County Police. Those that are aiding willfully to cover up the killing of Ghanaians, betraying their own state, letting the Ghana, colluding with the Ghana embassy to destroy their own nation, the nation America. They are not European citizens. They are not African. They are American citizens. So there are citizens of nations who sometimes, for reasons that are that borders on insanity, they do that. They can turn against their own nation. You understand? So we should not be surprised that the Nigerian, who is not a Ghanaian, also had to collude with the crime capital stick, the Montgomery County Police, the FBI, the terror network of Ghana, the Ghana embassy, leading to the killing of. It is not It is not the Nigerian government. No, 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 no. Akufo Addo and the the killing sticks in America, that must be held accountable. And that very Nigerian stop, they must be held accountable. So they quickly orchestrated an agenda when they had. Amidst the chopping off, beside the chopping off of my fingers and attacking me on the job to go make coronavirus positive resulting total terrorism against me. One strategy they adapted is they recruited this woman for the Kofi Samuel store, Nana Addo Kofi Terror Network, who has to do with the 2015 cowardly secret killing of the Ghanaian people at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle. That network that was operated. They had to recruit that woman into the terror group that were operating the store secretly, that were used as customers, dumping money into the store for the Nigerian. And later, the world will be shocked as to who are the financiers who are behind these individuals that are made to operate as customers, dumping money into their account, dumping money on food stamps so that they come under the cover. It's a food stamp, you understand? Food stamp, that is it. They make them use the food stamp. Then somebody reimburse them. They call that smartness. So this woman was recruited. Her agenda was that her sister, before I went to work there, the Nigerian had to come play treachery that woman. The Nigerian brought me a picture, a funeral poster one day at work when one of the criminal minds that was a co-worker did not come to work. Yeah, he brought me a poster because at then I was exposing the Nigerians so much as much as I could. So he brought the poster to me at work and showed it to me. That do I know that woman? That person on the funeral poster. I said, oh, I don't know. So this person was just a customer. She's been coming here with her sister, and actually the Nigerian brought it with that woman from Kuru, and they were claiming that that sister had suffered from cancer and died. But that woman was coming to the store, used to come to the store. I told them, I don't know her. Since I started working there, I've never seen her there, so I don't know who. They said she was admitted at the hospital for cancer and she died. Ghana and the nations of the world. I'll call about the program Testimony, New Oil Disorder. The Nigerian store was being used to terrorize me, chop off my finger, commit medical terrorism against me, to cover up their shame. An individual that was admitted at the hospital, I don't know her. I have no knowledge of her. I've not seen her before. When the next day, when the other guy for their crime network didn't showed up at work, so the woman was left in one poster that when people come to the store, some of the posters that when people come to the store, the Nigerians should give it to them, and gave me one that I should show it to the people that work at the back. When my colleague who belonged to the crime capital, his name was Galus. I showed it to him the next day that somebody brought it. The Nigerian brought it to me that this person, we should show it to the workers, that those that work at the back, that do they know, because she used to come there and she's no more alive. And so I was asking him if he said, oh, he also doesn't know him. We had started working there almost at the same period. I started working there in a few days after, about a week after he was also employed. So he says he also doesn't know. After that guy took the picture, went to put it at the back there. So we all we do have no idea about what was going on. The Nigerian went behind me, called the guy to his office, and that a day I was off, one day that I was off, he called the guy to his office. When I was also off, he called the guy to his office. He has viewed the cameras, and he saw that I was showing a funeral poster of that woman to him. What was I saying about that? And the guy told him, oh, he was just, I just told him that it was a poster that was brought by him and the woman, and they were telling me, asking me if I know the woman. I said I don't know, but they left me one that if they come and he comes, I should also show it to them. And I was showing it. That's all. I didn't say anything. You know what they had plotted? The woman that made up that died of cancer in America that I don't know. They should make up willful, like push agenda through the Ghana embassy that I killed the person. Kwasi accept that I killed the person. Ghana, this same woman is being used by the Ghana embassy up to this day to push that agenda of total stupidity, to cover up the shame of the Ghana embassy in this current African company that I'm working for. That they must, she's a Kwewu, and they must use her with the store owner. They are now advertising. If you belong to the crime network, and you know somebody whose family member or relative, you have a friend who is dead, come and tell them that the person was shopping at the store and the person is dead. So if the person is dead, then it may be I killed the person. Humanity and the nations. Akwawa to the program. Testimony, New World Disorder. The truth is, anybody at the Ghana embassy who in violation of the laws of Ghana is giving away the Ghanaian people to be killed for money. No Ghanaian, no true Ghanaian will say that they deserve to live. I know from this book, I don't hold bomb, bullet, gun, or any weapon. I know from this book that the traitors at the Ghana embassy, what they are doing, there is the consequence that is written in this book. I don't have power over that. God controls his word. So they should respect the life of their own people of Ghana. Let's go to the next. This shall be part 7. What shall come again shall be part 8. The part 9, the part 8 that we have seen to what to do. I eventually change the partner and make it, because it has to be the last chapter. So it has to be the last for this. So let's go to part 8, and the part 9 will be what to do. God bless you, and God bless my homeland, Ghana. We shall hear more about the evils of the Ghana embassy. An iota. God bless you.